Hey, good morning. It's Steve here, hanging out on a cold, rainy day in the shed. I got some stuff from McMaster car. Got a 10-tooth sprocket here, some connecting links, some 6B chain right here. I'm still waiting on a 60-tooth sprocket. But I found a couple old hunks of rusty metal here. Happen to be exactly what we need, 1 inch, and they're about 1 3/4 inches wide. I think if we get some of these rusty old bearings in here, we can get that guy mounted up inside there, that sprocket attached to it, and we'll see if we can't throw some magnetic flux around. I'll bring down the old treadmill belt sander and clean this guy up. Hang on a minute. We'll throw this guy on 80 miles an hour and knock some of this rust off. I like this thing. You can hide it in the ceiling. Alright, enough of that. But you can see the thing does a pretty good job. We don't want to use this part. We'll cut this side off. I'll clean him up a little bit more and we'll get them magnets on there, and man, it ought to work pretty good. Man, I gotta buy myself a saw. Hacksawing that thing in half is not the way to go, but look at that. Right in the middle with a hacksaw. Man, you know, if my little Smithy could talk, he'd be saying, why, of all the people that could have purchased me, why did this guy have to buy me? Alright, we're making progress. Get him all squared up. You know, it's really a compliment to the Smithy machine. I jam big tools in this guy. It's going to do what I want, and, well, it does what I want. There you are. Set you on 0. Do a little math. Man, if you ever want to do a little boring job on your tiny little milling machine, get yourself one of these little Criterion boring heads. These things work great. Man, I don't know about you guys, but there is nothing that gives me a stiffy more than a perfectly machined shiny piece of steel. Make sure you do everything you need to do before you unclamp and pull that thing out of there. Alright, let's see how we did. Okay, if you remember, maybe it's the first time here, but this thing's going to be in here with two magnets, a north and a south pole. Let's make sure that we put this thing together right, machined everything correctly. I don't want to leave you out there hanging. My intention was to, I got a few washers because I don't know how high I need to be. I ain't too sure if he's going to be mounted here, my 60-tooth sprocket, or over here, but either way, I don't have it yet, so I'm trying to anticipate what's going to happen, tomorrow. So I've left a little room to adjust this up and down. We're going to put, let's see, I bored this hole here for this sprocket. It's threaded down inside here. Who chattered up the bottom of that hole? Anyways, this guy can go in here, like so. If we have to, we'll drop some washers down in there, however many we need. And, adjust the height of that sprocket. We'll just bolt old guy on there for now. Make sure everything will work okay. And, once it does, everything's going to be okay. Bob's your uncle. Still got 1 inch by 2 inches right here. I'm actually 2.2. I might mill this out to help hold that magnet in there. I ain't sure yet. We'll see what kind of a gap we got. Got a hole down here for these 3 bearings. Let's see how good they fit. It's hard to put something together while you're watching a screen on a camera. Come on. Oh, good boy. I'm going to put 3 of them in there. 2 and 3. I don't know what them are. Can you see it? I can't see that stuff anymore. And then we'll use a piece of all thread, a washer, some stuff, whatever we got to do. We'll get this guy positioned in here. I'm thinking we get old guy in here like this somewhere. Perpendicular, well, parallel with wherever that other sprocket's going to be. And then when this guy is turning, balance yourself up there. I'm thinking we got 1, 2, 3, 4 magnets right here. We can create a field of flux right here. But as these guys are rotating, this thing is going to be rotating this way. I'm a little worried. Now I got opposing fields approaching each other, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to put it on here with just magnets. I don't know if this is, if I'm lucky, this will get past, it'll get far enough ahead that it'll repel it. And if it repels it more than it, if I can get past the center of it, it'll repel it. And these 2 magnets here and here should assist the rotation of it, I hope, if this one gets far enough away from this one. So there might be a little magnetic conflict going on here. I ain't too sure yet. If we're going to put it together this way and find out what's going to go on magnetically before we put coils of copper in here. I'm also thinking that if this fails, I'm going to take this thing and move it over to here. I'm going to move it off center. We'll put our copper coils away from it so that the magnetic fields of this don't affect the generation of the electricity over there. And then we can still rotate this thing like this. And we can use this to magnetically assist the rotation of this disc while this one generates the electricity. I could be wrong, but in my mind, it's this one, if it's generating electricity, this is nothing more than trying to shove two like poles together. And this one here, I'm hoping, will create an attracting force that will help pull this guy this way and overcome the repulsion, because this one here, if it's got copper coils, the copper coils, the fields generated by them, are attempting to move this one this way. But if the magnets are going like this, I'm going to help this disc and the water wheel that is attached to this disc by mounting this magnet in a way that it will rotate 180 degrees for every 30 degrees of this guy's rotation. I hope. I don't know. I can mount that thing anywhere. I just put holes all over the place and space it out, move it around, whatever, and keep it away from the coils that are going to be over here on the other one. I don't know who's going to be getting assisted by this if that's the direction I go. Somebody asked me why I put 3 holes in this one and 4 holes in this one. To be completely honest with you, I'm just consuming garbage. Here's something with 4 holes in it. Like I said, I tried all this before and it didn't work. And, well, I decided to reuse some of the pieces. I hand drilled some of them. And, well, you know, we'll get it done. May not be perfect the first time around, but I don't know why. I got a funny feeling we might be on the right track. Alright, enough of this for today. I got to go to work for a couple days. Hopefully I can get my, that 62 sprocket supposed to show up Monday. And I'll get that dude mounted to one of these two, and we're going to really start playing around. Hope you come back. Hope you help me out. Who knows? See you soon, I hope. I'm out.